Hello, Namaste, good afternoon. I'm SBS Dayabaran and I'm here to talk about business ethics, which is gaining a lot of importance in this modern era. So, why is ethics important? Nowadays the business world is not so easy as it looks. Profit is not only the aim they have, a lot of factors affect the business as a whole. One of the main factors among them is ethics. The more ethical you are, the more profitable you will be in the long run. There are a lot of scenarios to support business ethics or to give examples for business ethics. And in this era of the new world, the scenarios are even more. So I would like to just bring up one such scenario which has always bothered me and always had a thought in me. This scenario that I'm going to talk about is about gender empowerment or gender discrimination. So the scenario goes like this. There's an organization, let's say organization ABC. It has about 40 employees and all of them are male. So this organization is tuned to work with male employees alone. Now, I am the CEO of the organization and I plan to recruit a female as a HR head. And as we all know, HR heads are always powerful and they need to interact with almost all employees within the organization. So on the fly, I go and I employ a HR head. So she comes to the organization and joins, and then she starts working as a HR representative. Now, the problem that arises now is that when she communicates or when she works or deals with other employees in the office, it creates a lot of problems. The first being the male ego problem that the employees have, and secondly, since all these employees who are already there are not tuned to work with a female employee, they are not given the right sensitivity training. They are not able to work with them and they give a lot of remarks behind her back. So these remarks one day reach her, and that particular female employee comes to me and complains about the same. Now, as the CEO, what am I supposed to do? Should I change her post to a post which makes her deal with these male employees lesser? So if I do that, then I am in no way different from the other employees in my organization. Indirectly, I am discriminating gender-wise. At the same time, I can't punish the other male employees in my organization because it is entirely not their fault. It is even the organization as a whole's fault to not provide them the sensitivity analysis, forecasting possible female employees in the future. So now I am in an ethical dilemma. What should I do? So this is one such scenario that I came up with, and I'm sure there are a lot of other scenarios that pertains to gender discrimination. And in today's era, where women are actually competing heavily with men in almost all domains in this world, this particular gender discrimination still exists, but people are blind to see it. And ethical dilemma with respect to gender discrimination is always growing. And since we are future managers, we should actually take care that we overcome this. So, as a CEO, it is up to me to decide what to do. One possible solution that I can come up with is to provide the sensitivity training to those male people, and then instead of changing the post of the female employee, I can actually empower her to deal with the situation and make her remain in the same position or the same post. So, like I said, ethics has come a long way in business world, and pertaining to gender discrimination, it has a very huge role to play. Consider many people, many women nowadays, like Indra Nui, who have reached a long way in business. She is one of the main members in PepsiCo. So even one of her interviews, I've heard her say the same thing. Like when she joined the company, she went through a similar situation where the employees did not listen to her, did not respect her, just because why? Just because she was a female. So now she overcame all those hurdles, and look where she is now. So as far as ethics goes, it should the ethical thought, the thought to keep up the ethics should flow from top to bottom. Why top to bottom? Because once the management has these ethical ideas in place, the main management, once it has these ethical ideas in place, it actually trickles down to the bottom employees, and then the flow is perfect. So once the top management is okay and top management has these values, ethical values in them, the whole organization can survive for a long period of time. And yes, ethics is important because profitability may be the only reason why a company exists, but that is only for short run. But if it is ethical, it gets all the respect it needs from the society, and with it, profit comes, and the company stays for a long period of time. For this situation, the female employee should actually persist to be sustain the same post, and as a CEO, I'll be more than happy to empower her. So this is what I had come up with as an ethical situation.